Hello and welcome to Replica Blankens. Today I have a very interesting video for you. A lot of people keep asking me, is this gun good? Is this gun good? Is this gun good? What gun should I buy? And questions like that. So I'm getting tired of answering everyone that it's up to them to decide which gun to buy. But basically I want to show you what I'm looking for when I'm going to buy a new gun. And basically I'll try to answer this question, how to choose your blank gun. So first of all, you have to decide which type of gun that you like. Do you like revolvers or do you like semi-auto guns? So I'm a semi-auto type of guy. I just get this revolver for my collection, but I'm not even sorry because it's a great gun, the Zoraki R1. So once you decide what type of gun you want, you go to the second question: how big do you want your gun to be? Basically, there are two major factors regarding the size of the gun. First of all, smaller gun is much more compact. You can hide it easily, you can carry it easily, you can carry it in your bag, your pocket if you want, you can put it in some small section of your car or whatever, but it has much smaller magazine. The Volga, for example, it can hold up to 6 rounds. So if you compare the small single stack magazine with some bigger double stack magazine which can hold up to 14, 15, some even more rounds, the capacity is much lower. So the other thing that you have to watch when you're buying a gun is, you're gonna buy a full metal gun or you're gonna buy the newer type of guns which are polymer frame and body and metal upper parts. The major difference is of course in the weight. This is one of my favorite guns. It's very heavy, very sturdy. I like this gun, but it's very heavy, and this was the reason that I don't carry it in me anymore. All the other type of guns are much lighter. Don't get me wrong, the plastic, the polymer parts are very strong, so don't worry that they can break. They break in probably very rarely on the poor quality guns. The other thing you have to think, that you have to keep in mind, is basically what I do. I will show you what I do when I get a gun. The good gun, when you get a gun, when you get your gun and you start wobbling it like this, you see, the only thing you have to hear is the movement on the slide on top of the gun. This. Just like you hear it with the Rite 17, just like you hear it with the Zoraki 917. It's only the slide, and the Coffee Rat Compact is even quieter. Basically you don't hear anything. But take a look at this, the Carrera GT50, and the SSC M22 by Sionic. That's like a musical percussionist's instrument. You can hear all the small springs. Basically everything on this gun which is moving, you can hear it like this. Well, this is not a good sign. This means that basically there are some moving parts which are not held correctly, not held tight, so it's probably that they might cause any problems. It's not necessary, but you have to keep this in mind. So the other thing you have to decide when you choose your blank gun is it comfortable for you? I have big hands, and I will show you the difference when I hold a comfortable gun like this one. You can see my thumb rests in here and it's perfect, and I get a good grip and the gun is very stable in my hand. The same goes with the Zoraki. You can see the handle is very long and it's comfortable for me. The same goes with the Ecolfirat, the same goes with the revolver. But then we go to the, and this one as well. But then we go to the Rite 17, when you can see it's almost the same as the Zoraki, but the handle is much shorter. You can see where my middle finger should be, and you can see in here where my middle finger should be. You can see the difference, that it's definitely not so comfortable than the other guns. And of course the smaller gun, it's you just hold it like this or like this, but they're not stable at all, most of them. So the other thing you have to watch for is it's regarding the comfortable the comfort of the gun when you hold it in your hand. How close are the all the controls of the gun? In here you can see I have very good touch of the slide release, the magazine, the safety, and the same goes with the Rite, but in here the safety is a little bit higher, so that's not so good. The same goes with the Carrera, where the safety is even worse. It's very hard for me to reach it with only with my fingers, and as well as with the Ecolfirat Compact, but it's moving very smoothly. It was remade for me. It was broken, and it moves better than new, but yet it's a little bit higher for me. And the other thing that you have to watch for is what I call small details, like for instance the well-made guns. What you can see, first of all, they have all the major controls of the well-made guns are metal. This is almost for every guns. You can see mag release, metal. Disassembly lever, metal. Slide catch release, metal. When you go to this one, mag release, plastic. This is metal, but yeah, I hate this gun. This is metal, but just look at this. Look at how it's made. It's just a piece of metal which is bent. It's not, definitely not very comfortable. For instance, like this one, it have these scratches in here, so it don't slip on my finger. In here, the ICCM22, the mag release is plastic, but this lever here is metal as well. So that's what you have to watch for. Also, some small details like in here, this here I grind it, this here I grind it, this here I grind it, because they were sticking on top of the gun and they were torturing my hands when I have to hold the gun. They were tearing my fingers, my skin. It was definitely not comfortable. The mag release, it's plastic, I told you. It's very sharp, very pointy, not very comfortable. The same goes for the Sionica SCM22 mag release. I had to grind it a little bit because it was very pointy on the edges. The Rite 17 is fine, but it's plastic as well, but it has another problem. This little pin in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it sticks up and it has very pointy edge. You can see it's awful. I didn't grind it because I barely use this gun. I don't even use it, but probably I have to do it. And some other small details you have to watch for is, for instance, this safety is working, but same type of safety is not working. So everything should be working on your gun. Don't think that because it's a blank gun it's not important. Everything should be working. So basically this is what I watch when I decide how to buy a gun, or is this gun good or not. All guns, they work the same. It's just the overall look and some small details that I talked about that can help you decide if gun is good for you or no. So I hope this video helps you when you decide to buy your next gun. And that's it. If you like my videos, please subscribe. This helps me a lot. Thank you and goodbye.